The Matt's Movie Reviews channel is brought to you by Loot Crate. Founded in 2012, Loot Crate is the worldwide leader in fan subscription boxes. Loot Crate partners with industry leaders in entertainment, gaming, sports, and pop culture to deliver monthly themed crates, produce interactive experiences and digital content, and film original video productions. No matter what you geek out about, Loot Crate has a subscription box for you. To get your very own exclusive collectibles, apparel, and gear delivered to your door, be sure to click on the link in the show notes below. Father Stu is a movie. I think it's coming out in April. Let's see, who's it? It stars Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson, Jackie Weaver, and a bunch of other people as well. And essentially what the movie is about is based on a true story about Father Stuart Long. I'm just going to read here what it's a boxer turned priest who inspires countless people during his journey from self-destruction to redemption. And so Mark Wahlberg plays the part of Father Stu. Mel Gibson, let's see what role he's playing here. Okay, so he plays the father of Mark Wahlberg, which is funny because they previously played father and son before. I think it was in Daddy's Home 2, which I haven't seen. But I like the idea of Mel Gibson and Mark Warburt doing the movie together. I especially like the idea of, see, myself as I'm not only am I a filmmaker, but I'm a Catholic as well. So the idea of having a Catholic, actor actually putting his faith out there and doing, and especially someone as prolific as Mark Wahlberg, in doing something, with his faith and doing it through movie making, I think is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to do a reaction. I want to do a reaction to the Father Stu trailer. So I'm going to bring it up here. I'm going to go to the Matt's Movie Reviews YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go to the YouTube channel. I've got trailers there. My podcast episodes are there. Exclusive reviews on movies, etc. So let's have a look here. Let's go to my channel. And in this reaction, I'm going to stop here and there so I don't get like a copyright hit. I'll stop and just do little comments here and there. That's how reactions usually work, right? All right, let's try it out there. I'm always open to suggestions of how you want me to react to things on this channel, on this this show. Here we go. Father Stu trailer reaction starting now.
Yeah, 7 times a charm.
Don't be an actor.
Oh, God. You don't belong with those LA folks. They're a bunch of fascist hippies.
What brings you here? I figured no better place to be discovered than the supermarket. Hey, did I see you on a television series? We do movies? You don't work in entertainment this shit off? No, man.
I kind of like when Mark Wahlberg kind of plays like desperate characters. That kind of thing he does, like with Boogie Nights, that kind of really like, hey, how you doing? What's going on around here? That really kind of naivety that he has. He's really good at doing that, and I think he should do that a little more. He did it really well in the Fighter as well. So yeah, so far I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Months worth of cleanups on aisle 4 if they offer DUI in town.
What can I get for you, miss? I got beef.
You can see that.
Hey! Hey!
Let's not waste either of our time. I'm Catholic.
What? And what confessions for?
I can't date someone who isn't baptized.
I thought you was gonna say Hispanic. Where's the water? I'll do it now.
I'm not what you need.
I think that Warburg, remember how Matthew McConaughey used to have be like criticized for taking his shirt off all the time in movies? Since the reconnaissance, he doesn't really do that much. I think Magic Mike was kind of like the last time he kind of, did that whole thing. I think Warburg is now becoming that guy. And look, who can blame him? The guy's like, in his 50s now. He's got a physique like he's in his 30s. So more power to him. Let's get another drink here. I got to apologize again about the shocking internet here. But let's continue on. Let's see what we got.
And now you deserve it. Life's going to give you a gut full of reasons to be angry. You only need one to be grateful. think God saw something in you worth saving. It's up to you to decide what you got to offer.
This is the place you told me you were leaving me. I thought it made sense being back here to do this.
Your son is about to make a huge mistake.
I'm going to be a priest.
For Halloween.
I think it's a really cool thing to see a movie where someone decides to go into the clergy and have it be in a positive light. You don't see that much anymore. So way back, like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, the golden age of Hollywood, used to have films about, priests and nuns, etc. And unfortunately, a lot of it has to do with the faults of the church itself and the scandals and everything. Any time now that you have a priest or a nun or any type of clergy figure, it's being told in a story about, the scandals that have rocked the church, especially the sexual abuse scandals. So it's really cool to see a story like this where, a big time Hollywood, not only an actor, but a producer. He produced a lot of films as well. He's an enterprise upon himself. He's, doing a story where he is playing a man, a flawed man, a broken man who finds redemption and decides to go into the priesthood. I find that really uplifting. Let's keep watching, see what we got.
I'll pray for you, Bill.
Don't you dare. You're violating my rights. There's a man going round taking names.
We've all been wrong, and we've all done some wrong. But he came to forgive us.
Everybody won't be treated all the same.
There's no easy way to deliver this news. You have a progressive muscle disorder. The muscles weaken until they cease to function.
Is there anything it doesn't mess with?
Yeah, erectile function.
I'm trying to be a priest, pal.
The wise men will bow down before the throne.
No. Why?
And at his feet, they'll cast a golden crown.
Man don't lose when he gets knocked down, but when he won't get it up.
So, it's interesting. I think this movie's coming out in April. It has kind of like what I mentioned before in regards to the whole what was an important story in the eyes of Academy. See, if this movie was made 20, 30 years ago, hell, 40 years ago, it would definitely be the kind of film that'll be up for Academy nominations based on the true story tag, who's in it. It checks a lot of boxes, redemption story, underdog story about man overcoming some type of physical ailment. And interestingly, like the movie's been released in April, which kind of makes sense actually, because considering it is very much a Catholic story and you got two very prominent Hollywood Catholics in Mel Gibson and Mark Wahlberg, April's the time of Easter, so it's going to be in Lent. So I think they're kind of going for that crowd, and good on them for doing it.
Ah, baby.
There is concern amongst the diocese that your infirmity will render you unable to be a priest.
Listen to the words long written down.
What you guys get? One phone call a week in here? What you gonna call, huh? When no one else gives a shit what you got to say, God does.
And the man who comes around.
He ain't giving up on you. Don't you dare go giving up on yourself.
Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers. 100 million angels sing.
Where you going?
I gotta get your ass to church on time.
Who are you going to visit, sir?
Father Stu.
It's really cool as an Aussie to see Mel Gibson and Jackie Weaver in a movie together. Mel Gibson, of course, he's an honorary Australian. He was born in the States. He came to Australia when he was 12, and then he found success here with Gallipoli in the first two Mad Max films, and then went back to the States, etc. Jackie Weaver, of course, is one of our great exports as well, with a role in Animal Kingdom, leading to a big, a lot of roles over in Hollywood, both in TV and movies. It's really good to see them together on the screen, though. They're both part of that Australian New Age from the 70s. So to see them on screen together, playing a couple, albeit an estranged couples, it's pretty cool, I think. So that's another tick for me.
You and everybody else.
We shouldn't pray for an easy life, but the strength to endure a difficult one. Well, you can't say I never gave you nothing.
I skipped over thanking you. Went straight to the source.
Exclusively in movie theaters.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. Here we go. Exclusive movie theaters, Deceased. So they're definitely going for the faith-based crowd, and I'm really hoping that when it comes to around Easter time, both in the States and here in Australia, that we can all go to the movies again in a much more freeing atmosphere, less kind of like prohibited with everything going on with COVID, etc. So here, like in Australia, like where I am, Sydney, New South Wales, we can go to the movies and such, but still, I find that a lot of there's less screenings than usual. I think a lot of people are still publicists and studios, etc., distributors, I should say, are a little hesitant to showing movies, having a lot of critics in a one room. It could be, Anyway, Father Stu. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to watching this. I'm always open to watching movies about Christianity and especially Catholicism, considering my religious background. And it's really cool when both my worlds can kind of tie in that way. So I'm looking forward to watching this. Thank you for watching the Matt's Movie Reviews channel. Please subscribe for more reviews, podcast interviews, and exclusive content. Also, if you would like to request a review and support my work, please join my Patreon via the link in the description below.